Hi everybody, welcome. On the 14th, 15th December, we've got a total solar eclipse coming up at 23 degrees and 7 minutes of Sagittarius. What does this mean? December is a really powerful month astrologically. We started out with the end of November with a lunar eclipse in Gemini. We've got this solar eclipse coming up on the 14th, 15th December. And then the 21st December is a super big date when Jupiter and Saturn go to 0 degrees of Aquarius. But more about that in another video. This solar eclipse is a total solar eclipse, making it a very, very powerful new moon. New moons are times of new intention, new possibilities. When you have a blank canvas to create what you want to create with your world. We're coming to the end of one very powerful, life transformational year. What are the new intentions that you want to set forth for yourself, for your loved ones, and for the wider humanity who you are inevitably connected to? Sagittarius is all about broadening your perspective, seeing something from a bird's eye view, seeing something from space. You might want to imagine yourself at this time going up into space and looking at your world from the view maybe of an ET or a Pleiadian. How can you see your world differently? Are you getting lost in the weeds? Or are you expanding out? Because at the time of this solar eclipse, we've got a wonderful trine energy with Mars. The Sun, the Moon, and Mercury are all together in Sag, and they are trine to Mars in Aries. So this is fire energy. We've had a lot of earth energy this year, having to ground us, having to slow us down, having to get us to go internally. Now all the planets bar Uranus are direct, and Mars is energizing this new moon eclipse, encouraging you to take action, to move forward, to get going, if you like. No more lethargy, no more, even if you are in lockdown, even if you are experiencing certain restrictions in some areas of your life. Your imagination can run wild. Nobody can stop that, no matter where you are or what you're doing. So this is a time of forward momentum. It's important to recognize that Jupiter, ruler of Sagittarius, is at 29 degrees of Capricorn. 29 degrees, that anaretic last degree. So what are you holding on to that maybe are old lessons, old things that you no longer need anymore? What do you need to release and let go of so that you can spread your wings, so that you can fly? This is really an eclipse of seeing yourself flying through your life, spreading your wings. I love this quote by the Sufi poet Rumi, who said, "You were born with wings. Why do you prefer to crawl through life?" So spread your wings. Napoleon Bonaparte said, "Until you spread your wings, you'll have no idea how far you can fly." So we've also got another aspect going on. So we've got all this fiery energy, and we've also got the nodes of the moon, which are to do with our life lessons, particularly as humanity. And the South Node, conjunct to this eclipse in Sagittarius, is wanting us to look at our differences, our diversities, and to respect them. It's a bit like we are welcoming more ecodiversity back into our world. We want all those birds that have gone extinct, all those animals, all those species. We want to keep them alive. Let's keep one another alive in those differences instead of wanting to kill each other off because of those differences. So let's create some ecodiversity with one another. I have a real feeling that this awakens the so-called junk DNA, that scientists don't know what is there in our DNA. But I feel that if we can awaken through that south node, the richness of the fact that we all come from different places, probably different planets, different star systems, and that we're just a wonderful melange, a wonderful mix. And how can we learn to work together to solve all the problems on our planet Earth? So yes, there's going to be issues that come up around lies, Neptune's square to these nodes. What's the truth? What's lies? What's being exaggerated? Where am I going to extremes? Where am I seeing situations going to extremes? It seems to me, and this is just a personal opinion here, I'll throw it in, but it seems quite a task to vaccinate or to even think about vaccinating the world. So where are we maybe going to extremes as humanity? And where do we need to bring things more into balance? And what is interesting about this energy of this solar eclipse is that there's a balance between still the earth planets and the fire planets. So we're getting a taste, from my perspective here, of what's coming in 2025. 2025, a pivotal year, always looking forward. Sag always looks forward, you see. And I'm doing a video about that. I'm going to be doing a teaching about that, webinar about it, because it's such a significant time, and how we can begin to co-create and plan for that time so that we can make the best of those energies. So I guess I'd like to close with a quote from Anais Nin, which to me expresses the energy of this solar eclipse. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So don't stay tightly closed in your bud. See how you can let go and blossom. Maybe it involves going out or ordering some canvases, some paints. Maybe it involves just dancing, playing some music, composing something, cooking something new, but doing something different. And I've got a painting here that I wanted to share with you. And if you can see, there's the fiery energy, the reds here, and also the earth energy, the green. So the green and the reds and the oranges are the colors to stimulate at the time of this solar eclipse. So I'm sending you much, much love. I want to thank so many of you who email, who comment, who support the channel on Patreon, for joining me on live streams. Thank you for being a part of my soul family. Much love. Bye for now.